Dennis, darling, I'm so glad you were able to come over for me tonight.
Oh, think no more about it, Tallulah. I came the moment I got your call.
Ah, you're so sweet. And while you're here, Dennis, darling, may I ask one more...
No, please don't degrade yourself, Tallulah, by asking me. I'll be only too happy to do it.
Do what?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to appear on this benefit for Miss Bankhead, who has been absent from the Broadway stage for, these many...
Benefit? Benefit for whom?
Courage, my dear, courage, darling. I know it's a harsh word, but it's no reflection on you as an artist. At some point in our careers, we must all face the vegetables of the theater, the vagaries of the theater.
I can't pronounce it either.
The vicissitudes of fortune.
But, Dennis, I am not facing anything.
I know, my darling. The future always seems bleak at a time like this. Now, courage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in raising this fund tonight for an artist whom I imagine many of you are too young to remember, I appeal to you as an old friend of Miss Bankhead, or to put it more accurately, Miss Bankhead is an old friend of mine.
Dennis, what are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, go back with me in time to the halcyon days of the theater, when this fine actress, who has known better matinees, gave to the theater-going public some of the finest performances of yesteryear. This grand old lady of the theater, who once was the star of Little Foxes, now finds the wolf at her door. Or, if you can't remember her as the great actress she was, try to think of her as a human being. I'll wait. A lady who in her declining years finds herself in a declining medium. Oh, the shame, the ignominy, the degradation, the fickleness of fate, the loneliness of it all. Bridgeport, you're not laughing.
You're not trying, Bridgeport.
Ladies and gentlemen, give to this little lady who in better days brought joy to your hearts, and who now is reduced to asking for a little of that joy for herself. Now, follow my example. I will myself start the ball rolling with $3.
Just a minute, Buster. Who told you I needed a benefit?
Well, it seemed rather obvious, my dear. Nobody in the theater's seen you in months. Your name hasn't been on any theater marquee in a year or more. Your picture was removed from the wall at Sardis. Your maid at the Theatre Guild is marked Address Unknown.
Address Unknown? Why, I've been on a big show in radio.
Oh, radio! Well, no wonder we never heard of you.
Wait! That was spontaneous.
Very excellent, Tallulah. Very marvelous. But I'll tell the old crowd I found you. Now, naturally, I won't tell them where I picked you up.
Now, darling, you can tell them I am the star of the big show. The biggest show in radio. I am known as the glamorous, unpredictable, and wealthy Tallulah Bankhead. My salary on the radio runs into thousands of dollars a week.
Really? You make all that money by merely talking through this tall, thin, metallic contrivance?
Oh, my darling, more than I ever made in the theater.
Well, what do you know? Tallulah, may I speak to you for a moment?
Oh, well, of course, darling.
Darling, have you got $1 for a cup of coffee, dear? I haven't eaten in weeks, dear.
Really? Oh, well, of course, my darling Dennis. Ladies and gentlemen, this fine old gentleman who most of you, I imagine, are too young to remember as a vagabond king, is now a vagabond himself. And I would like to start the ball rolling with $2.20.